We're back out here with our GForce GF12. Now there's some issues with it, and it all kind of comes down to, after racking my brain, when you depress this here, it should snap back. Well, what's happening is it's rubbing on something inside the receiver. And there's a piece of sheet metal that regulates releasing the shell from the mag and all that other fun stuff. So other than that, this functions normally like a pump shotgun, but that little screw up inside there, or failure of that, is makes the thing useless. But today, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to go out. We're testing some ammo. I'm going to run this Fiocchi Home Defense, which is kind of a light double-aught buckshot. Then I got some Rio double-aught buckshot, 2 3/4, and some Rio number 4 buck. And I'm just going to pop 5 rounds through them, see if I can get that to work out, and if not, go back to the drawing board. But as far as the locking up, firing in that, it's fine. It's just loading the mag and having that lifter bind up in there. That's not a good thing. Alright. We're out here at about 15 feet, and we're going to start off with the Fiocchi Home Defense buckshot rounds. Now the issue was the feeding, which, it's alright, it was a little stiff. But as you see, our lifter is binding. So we'll fire this and see if it knocks the lifter down first. See what happens here. It did. When I fired it, the lifter came down. So it may not be a problem. Okay. And that's patterning pretty good. That one didn't want to come up. That was weird. Alright, so we'll check out the pattern on that, but we'll shoot the others. Now I got the Rio buck, and it patterned fairly well. Those shells look a little on the chintzy side. But these Rios look a little better and have a roll crimp. Alright, let's see now. Ooh, pretty stiff going in. Yeah, some of these shells don't feed in as easy as the others. And this thing here is no speed loader by any means. Alright, 5 rounds in, lifter's up. Let's see if firing it gets the lifter to lower down. Yeah. It's got a little more kick to it, and yes, the same thing. The lifter comes down when the gun fires. Okay, so that Fiocchi home defense is a light load, and it shows in the recoil. The Rio is a lot more powerful. Now I'm going to go to number 4 buck. I think there's 21 pellets in this thing. So we'll see what that does. For the hell of it. Okay. It's tough getting these in the mag. I don't know if it's that sheet metal thing resists a little bit. And you got to shove them in there. Again, the roll crimps. For some reason the roll crimps. Well, those last two went in alright. Alright, let's see how we do with this. Smaller pellets, but a whole bunch more of them. That one kind of hung up a little. These things ain't coming clear out of the gun. Alright, well, gonna say after straightening out the little bit of a misunderstanding, you know, if you load it and it stays up because it's binding, once you fire it, you know, I kind of had my doubts. I didn't like the idea, the mechanism wasn't working, but in hindsight now, the force of the recoil knocks it down from the binding, which solves the problem. The gun does function. Not as smooth as a Mossberg or a Remington, but it does function, didn't fail, and yes, the pin's starting to move. But we'll discuss fixing that with a little bit of Loctite later on, and maybe actually have a gun that's salvageable. Alright, let's go look at these targets, and I'll show you the effects of the ammo. Alright, our distance I'm going to say is about 20 feet, whatever that turns into yards. This is basically the distance you'd be firing anywhere around your home, indoors or in the yard. So our light Fiocchi shells patterned fairly well, and you know, not too bad. The recoil was low. Of course, this paper you can't tell. There are a lot more. When the wad hits, it tears through, but that's basically your patterning. The stronger Rio buckshot, again, the wads tore through, but you can see pretty good pattern. It stayed all within the 7, where with the Fiocchi I think we had 1, and again you see the wads tear through also, so it's kind of hard to tell. Now with the number 4 buckshot, the pellets are smaller, there's a hell of a lot more of them you're delivering, and chances are it's a pretty damn lethal pattern at close range. Okay, so not going to argue with that one. Alright, so that's it for the pump. I'm going to have a conclusion on it. I guess it's okay. I have to take back the fact I was nervous that that would do that, but the gun does work. So we'll have a conclusion video on it and wrap it all up.